Greetings, Summoner! In this part of our patch 8.11 review, we shall analyze Marksmen and their item changes in more detail. Patch 8.11 is the third part of global mid-season changes that started with mage rework in patch 8.9 and then continued with jungle changes in patch 8.10. Now it's the bot lane turn, so let's see what's going on. All popular ADC's base stats are adjusted. Decreased armor and damage at level 1 and periodical health regeneration. Increased damage growth, base health and health growth. These changes are aimed to weaken Marksmen in the early game and give aggressive supports more possibilities without the fear of being chipped down by Marksmen AAs as quickly. This is what Riot have forgotten. First, they haven't considered ADC Cannon by Reckless, who can become a very strong Marksman after these changes. Second, ADC Ziggs can also become much stronger. Since Marksman sustain now depends on health rather than armor, AD supports will be more valuable than those with magic damage. So in the patch 8.11 with increased ADC health and the same magic resistance as before, it will be harder for mage supports to damage Marksman. On the other hand, at start it will increase the influence of utility supports like Nami, Janna and Sona, who grant ADCs more sustain in lane. Now we have a new game item, Storm Razor. Marksmen with pauses between attacks and long attack cooldowns are greatly buffed due to this item. Champions like Jhin, Graves, Queen, Misfortune, Draven or Corki have a good opportunity to prove themselves in the patch 8.11 by landing shot blast AAs and falling back. The Infinity Edge recipe is now more practical. The item essence is also different. You no longer get bonus crit damage and critical strike chance buff. Instead, your crit chance from other items doubles. Now, IE is one of the final items in Marksman builds, just as Rabadon's in Mage builds. It will most likely be the third or the fourth item. The new IE is an item which is good for damaging tanks, as 15% of critical strike damage is converted to true damage, which ignores armor and magic resistance. This item is good for champions who activate their ultimate at the start of a teamfight. This goes not only for Kai'Sa and Lucian, who gonna be just broken with this item, but also Ashe, Sivir, Misfortune and Vayne, and melee champions like Jax or Aurelia. The new Essence Reaver is a rather strong item, which is gonna be the first or second purchase. But you should understand that this item doesn't scale well in the late game. The new Essence Reaver is a mid-game item. One of the main patch changes is Last Whisper based items. While in the previous patch the items could only penetrate bonus armor, in this patch they penetrate both bonus and base armor. By these changes, Riot secure Marksmen who used to build critical chance. It will influence not only tanks, but also fighters with high base armor. After removing Cloak of Agility and increasing crit chance cost, ADCs like Ashe, Caitlyn, Jinx, Tristana and Xayah will become more late game champions, as now they need more gold to deal sufficient damage. It unlocks more possibilities for two other kinds of ADCs. First, like Kog'Maw, with on-hit build with attack speed and on-hit effects. Second, caster ADCs, who depend not only on AAs, but also on their abilities. These Marksman builds are cheaper, thus giving them a faster power spike. Lifesteal items cost is decreased to compensate the fleet footwork nerf. ADCs who didn't rely on crit chance build will greatly benefit from it. To sum up Marksman changes, we can say that Riot want to make a great meta shift from ADCs with crit build to ADCs with on-hit and ability power builds. Marksmen who depend on their abilities rather than AAs will reach power spikes faster and will dominate starting with the mid-game. This patch top Marksman will most likely be Kai'Sa, Lucian, Jhin, Corki, Kog'Maw and maybe Kalista due to the Blade of the Ruined King buff. Aggressive supports will receive more opportunities to dominate the bot lane, while utility supports like Janna or Soraka will become weaker and less popular as their ADCs will deal significantly less damage at early levels. On the one hand, there should be fewer tanks in the game over time, because of Last Whisper based items buff. But on the other hand, while ADCs will still be adapting to the changes and buying Last Whisper in every game, the number of tanks will still remain pretty high. Alright guys, that pretty much sums it all up. Thank you so much for watching our patch review. We hope it will be useful and will help you to get a better idea of the game changes. Stay tuned and as always, good luck in your solo queue.